Hello everyone, and welcome back to Road to 500,000 miles. Today I'm going to share a little story with y'all, and it has to do with me and my 2018 Ford F150. So if you're not aware, there's a problem with the 2017 to 2019 model Ford F150s. If you look online, you can see that there's a lot of people having problems, and I'm going to share my story to let everyone know that yes, it's a real thing, and apparently it happens pretty often. If you look online, you will see that the life expectancy of the 10-speed transmission in the Ford F150s from 2017 to 2019 model years is anywhere from 60 to 120,000 miles. So I don't know about you, but if my transmission failed at 60,000 miles on a new car, I would be extremely upset. And I was extremely upset. I made it to 90,000 miles, which some of you may say, hey, that's good, but I planned on keeping this car for 10 years. That did not happen because my transmission failed. So I'll give you a quick snippet of what it looked like, and I'll tell you what you can do if this is happening to you. So what it looked like for me, I was driving along and it started to stutter in like fourth gear or so. Or hesitate. So what that means is it just didn't shift, and there would be a little hesitation. I don't know what else to call it. That got my attention. I drove around on it for a few weeks. I'm like, oh, I should probably get it into the dealer, which I should have right away. So that's my first thing. You start getting the hesitation, take it to a dealer, have their transmission tech look to it. I ended up driving on it for probably another 2 weeks, and then it started what people are calling hunting for gears. What that looks like is it would shift, first, second, third gear, and then it would go from fourth gear and it would jump to seventh gear, and for no reason, and then it would just jump back into fourth gear, which of course causes it to jerk and bounce around. At that point, I called the dealership, scheduled an appointment with a transmission tech, but they were not able to get me in for 6 weeks. 6 weeks. Eventually, it just got stuck in a gear, and I had to have it towed to the dealership. Which leads me to the second thing that you must do if this is happening to you is call Ford immediately. You can Google their customer service number, call them, and open up an inquiry and a warranty claim. So even if it's outside of warranty, still call Ford, ask them, tell them you want to open up a warranty claim, and tell them what the problem is. This is one thing I'm really happy with Ford about, is they helped me out a little bit when it comes to repair costs. After a few weeks, the transmission tech looked at it. They determined I needed a new transmission, and they wanted to charge me $9,000 to put in a new transmission. So of course, me being not an idiot, said, that's insane. I'm not gonna spend $9,000 on a transmission for a used truck. I said, let's put a used one in there. They told me that we can't put a used one in because those parts are obsolete. There's a lot of new parts in the newer model transmission, and we have to install one of those, which leads me to believe that Ford has possibly fixed the problem in the 10-speed transmissions from the 2020 model year and up. So that could be some good news for those of you who still like Ford and you want to get yourself an F-150. Probably a much safer bet to go with something 2020 and newer, unless you're like me. And yes, I ended up paying the money and getting a brand new transmission put in my truck. Now it has a 36,000 mile warranty through Ford. The good news is Ford covered a pretty significant portion of the cost. I ended up having to spend $3,400 out of pocket to get the new transmission put in. After it was all said and done, I think they took care of me because I was outside of warranty. They still paid a large portion of the repair, and they still treated me as if it was a warranty claim. So thank you, Ford, for that. I do appreciate that. Besides that, the whole process I was without a car for about 3 months. And that's how I ended up getting put on a wait list to get my Toyota 4Runner 40th anniversary edition. After that, I ended up getting a job at the dealer and started working for the dealership for a little bit while I was waiting for my car. And now you get to see my journey and come along with me to see if I can get that car to 500,000 miles, because I'm sure the transmission is not going to fail me at 90,000 miles with that Toyota 4Runner. So that's all I've got for today. Next video, I've thought about sharing my experience working at the dealership. I'm not sure that I should. because I don't think they would like it. I'm sure there's some trade secrets that that I would have to share that they wouldn't like, but I don't know. Let me know if that's something that would interest you. Comment below, like, subscribe. I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks. God bless.